inshallah. Bismillah walhamdulillah. Salatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن تمسك بسنته بإحسان إلى يوم الدين أما بعد. After praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and sending the salutations upon the Messenger alayhi salatu wassalam, and upon his family and his companions, and upon all those who follow upon his guidance to the establishment of the last day. اللهم إنا نعوذ بك من علم لا ينفع ومن قلب لا يخشع ومن نفس لا تشبع ومن دعاء لا يسمع. Verily Allah, we seek refuge with you from knowledge that has no benefit, and from a heart that has no fear, and from a soul that has no satisfaction nor contentment, and from a dua that goes unanswered. To proceed, إخوان, فنواصل معكم في هذا اليوم المبارك عونا من الرحمن الرحيم. So we continue this blessed and noble day of ours, seeking the aid and the assistance of our Lord, the most merciful and the most compassionate. ونأخذ هذا إن شاء الله تعالى خفيفا مراجعة إن شاء الله. So now we're going to have in these few moments, we're just going to have a small review إن شاء الله تعالى. وهذه المراجعة ستكون مسابقة إن شاء الله بين الرجال والنساء. So we're going to have a small review. We're going to make it a religious competition between the brothers and the sisters. طيب, فسأسألكم بعض أسئلة إن شاء الله ويجيب الرجل ويجيب المرأة. So we're going to do it question by question, point by point. The brother's going to answer, the sister's going to answer. One question for the brothers, one question for the sisters. طيب, and we try to keep score inshallah. طيب, بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السؤال الأول, question number one. ما هي الغاية في طلب العلم? What's the goal in seeking knowledge? نبدأ من اليمين, let's start from the right. لأن البدء من اليمين من السنة, because starting from the right is a sunnah. So I forget our brother's name here. What's your name again, ya Sheikh? Ubaid, mashallah. Zubayd, عفوا. Zubayd. طيب, there was Ubayd also, right? So? No Ubayd? Ubayda. طيب, Zubayd. طيب, وهذه المراجعة لا يمكنكم أن تنظروا إلى دفتر. So in this review you can't look at your notes. طيب, فأغلقوا الكتب. So close your books. مراجعة, we just review them inshallah. Right? Sisters also, أغلقنا الكتب. Close your books inshallah. طيب, فالسؤال الأول لزبيد. صح? So our first question for our brother Zubayd. ما هي الغاية في طلب العلم? What's the goal in seeking knowledge? What's the goal? Getting closer to Allah. طيب. Our brother says getting closer to Allah. طيب, نفس السؤال للبنات. Same question for our sisters. Our sister that has her hand up. ما هي الغاية في طلب العلم? What's the goal of seeking knowledge? Our brother says getting closer to Allah. If the sisters have a better answer than that, then the first point goes to the sisters. If the brother's answer is better, then the point goes to the brothers. What's the goal in seeking knowledge? To please Allah. That's the same answer. Brother says to get closer, to please Allah. That's almost the same. طيب, two more contestants. ما هي الغاية? What's the goal in seeking knowledge? What's the goal? We learned. تعلمنا هذا صح? We learned that already. What's the goal? Just to memorize, just to narrate, just to say, I sat in that class, I read that book, I sat with that sheikh. What's the goal? Jannah. That's a good one. طيب, another sister with her hand up. تفضلي, ما هي الغاية? What's the goal? To understand. What's better? Jannah or understand? That's close also. Still a tie, 0-0. You guys are تقربتم close, but we learn something مخصص, something specific. Jannah is the goal for كل Muslim. صح. لكن لطالب العلم نبحث عن شيء مخصص. But for the students of knowledge, we're looking for something specific. What's the goal of seeking knowledge? Come closer to Allah. Look at Allah. He mentions that. Never. Whenever our third sister, what's the goal of seeking knowledge? Totally. To memorize. Close. Not just to memorize, you guys. That's not the goal. The goal is close. I said that already. Never. Nobody yet. What's the goal? Further. What's your name again? Akram. So you were sitting in the back of the day. To better yourself again. To better yourself. You guys are close. Kullukum mashallah ta'ala. Close. Something mukhassas, something specific. To remove ignorance. That's the intention. Alright, but the goal, increase in sincerity. Increase in sincerity. All of these are answers, mashallah. Beautiful answers, but something specific. Our last sister, and then we'll change questions. To remove ignorance from yourself and others, that's the niyyah. كما قال الإمام أحمد, as Imam Ahmad said, من صحة النية, to having a good intention is أن ينوي رفع الجهل عن نفسك وعن غيرك. That he says that you intend, your intention, not your goal, your intention, to remove ignorance from yourself and from others. So no one got this one right. Question number 1. Nobody got this one right. The answer, ya ikhwan, al-tatbiq, al-amal, that you work, that you do the action. This is why you seek knowledge, to work by what Allah has commanded us, to follow the sunnah of the Messenger in our actions. So you seek knowledge, not to just memorize, not to only remove ignorance from yourself. That's intention. But your goal is to work by what Allah has commanded us, to work by the recommendations of Allah, to follow the sunnah of the Messenger in our actions. طيب السؤال الثاني. Question number 2. تعلمنا أن العلم ينقسم إلى قسمين. We learned that knowledge is of 2 types. ما هما? What are they? We learned that knowledge, there are 2 types of knowledge. What are they? Who remembers? We gave one. We gave one breakdown from some of the scholars. What's your name firstly? Masmuka anta. What's your name? I don't think I saw you yet, huh? Yeah. I met you before? No, yeah, alhamdulillah. What's your name? Amran, mashallah. But what's the categories of knowledge? Knowledge is of 2 types. What did we learn? Imran has a little excuse. He was absent. What do you think, inshallah? Somebody can help Imran that was here. Say it again. Quran and Sunnah. Close. To our sisters. MashaAllah. Ilm al-Deen wa Ilm al-Dunya. Knowledge of the Deen and knowledge of the worldly affairs. So 10 points for our sisters. 10-0 so far. Question number 3. ما هي النية في طلب العلم? What's the intention? What do you intend when you seek knowledge? What's your intention? What's a good intention when seeking knowledge? Someone else. تفضل. To get closer to Allah. Good, that's a good one. Our sisters, somebody said it in the back. To remove ignorance from who? From yourself and from others. This is the best intention. You're doing that for Allah, yes, but you intend to remove ignorance from yourself. تعلن تعرف بأنك تقرر بأنك جاهل. You acknowledge to yourself in front of Allah, I'm ignorant. So I'm intending أنوي رفع الجهل عن نفسي أولا. So I'm intending, O Allah, for your pleasure, your reward, your face, to remove ignorance from me. Take this ignorance away from me and from others. Maybe I can teach someone something. I may be asked a question. I can answer for someone. I can share benefit for someone. So you intend to remove ignorance from yourself and from others. So 10 more points for our sisters. 20-0. The brothers said the sisters, mashallah, they outdo us in everything. May Allah make it easy. May Allah bless you. طيب من قال هذا؟ سؤال الرابع. Question number 4. من قال هذا? Who said that? One of the best intentions is to remove ignorance from yourself and others. من قال هذا? Who said that? الزهري. Muhammad ibn Shihab al-Zuhri. That's a good answer. Good answer. Our sisters. Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal. Zuhri is close, but the answer is Imam Ahmad. So, what's score? 30-0. May Allah make it. Let's get one right, ya ikhwan. For the men. May Allah make it easy. If the sisters win, all the brothers owe us 50 push-ups. 50 push-ups. No hoops until you do 50 push-ups. For the brothers that play hoops. Right? If you lose, it's okay to lose, but if you lose, you owe us 50 push-ups. Before you shoot your hoops, 50 push-ups. If the brothers win, the sisters have to do with the women 50 squats. Something girly. Well, not girly, but something for the women. You guys, they do jump rope or something like that out back? You guys gotta do 50 squats amongst yourselves. 50 brothers push-ups. No hoops until you do your push-ups, if you lose. So far you're losing? 30-0. 30-0. طيب, Luqman is here and Ayub is here now to help the brothers. Alhamdulillah. طيب, من هذا? Question number 5. من هذا? Which sheikh is this? Who is this? Muhammad ibn Isa. Who is that? Ayub. Who is it? Bukhari. You agree, Ayub? He answered out of turn, that best. Yeah. It's a good answer. Bukhari. Our sisters, who is Muhammad ibn Isa? MashaAllah. At-Tirmidhi. 40-0. Maybe I'll start your push-ups now, yeah. The brothers are coming to do my push-ups right now, man. I'm tired of this.
No. Sit back. Okay, you're coming back, right? You're not skipping on the push-ups.
Don't run away, man. طيب, 40-0. Somebody keep score. 40-0. طيب. من هذا؟ السؤال والنمبر. السؤال الخامس. Question number 5. من هذا? Who is this? Did we learn this one, إخوان? Muhammad ibn Ismail. Muhammad ibn Ismail. Zayd.
That is
Bukhari. Muhammad ibn Ismail. Our sisters? Muhammad ibn Ismail. Did we learn this? No. What do you guys say? Muhammad ibn Ismail. Bukhari, agree? Bukhari. 10 for the brothers, 10 for the sisters. That's correct. Muhammad Ismail is Bukhari. If you would have said San'ani, that's also his name too. Muhammad ibn Ismail is Bukhari and also San'ani. طيب, 50 for the sisters, 10 for the brothers. طيب, next question. ما هو أصل في التلقي العلمي؟ الأصل أصلان. What is the origin on where you take your knowledge from? We learned 2. Our sisters? The Quran and Sunnah. Ayub, you agree? Quran and Sunnah. طيب, 10 for the sisters, 10 for the brothers. 60-20. 50-20. So, somebody help me, إخوان. 60-20. طيب. السؤال السادس. Question number 6. Question number 6. اذكر لنا من آداب طلب العلم. تعلمنا 4. Mention one manner from the manners of seeking knowledge. We learned 4, I believe. What's one of them? MashaAllah, sincerity. Our sisters? What do you say? Mention a manner from seeking knowledge. The baby girl in the back. A little louder. MashaAllah. Accent, man. The brothers say sincerity. The sisters say when you seek knowledge, it has to be in accordance with Quran and Sunnah. Both of them are correct. Both answers are correct. 70, 30. 70 to 30. طيب. لماذا قلنا السنة الصحيحة وما قلنا السنة مطلقة؟ قلنا السنة الصحيحة. لماذا? Why do we say the authentic sunnah? Why don't we just say sunnah?
Because some sunnahs are weak.
Because there's some weak hadith, there's some fabricated hadith. طيب. Our sisters agree, differ? Huh? طيب. That answer is correct. You say authentic sunnah because not every sunnah is authentic. Not everyone الذي يروي عن النبي حقا أن النبي قال هذا. Not everyone who says the Prophet said, it doesn't mean the Prophet said it. You still have to verify. Is that hadith authentic? Did the Prophet actually say that? Is it weak? Is it fabricated? So both answers are correct. So you say sunnah to sahiha, authentic sunnah, because some narrations are not authentic. Some narrations are not authentic. طيب. What's the score? 80-40. 80-40. طيب. ما فائدة تعلم الحديث الضعيف? What's a benefit of learning a weak narration? What's the benefit of that?
To like differentiate it, to see like this one's wrong, and you can tell other people you know it's wrong.
Okay, you can teach the people that this is not authentic from the Prophet. MashaAllah, good answer. Our sisters? To say it again? To differentiate between the authentic hadith and the weak hadith. So that's similar. We'll give both teams credit for that one, inshallah. طيب, 10 and 10. What's the score? 90-50. 90-50. طيب. Can books, هل الكتب تدافع عن الشريعة? Can books defend the religion? Can books by themselves? Someone comes in right now and lies on Allah. ويكذب على النبي ويكذب على الإسلام. هل الكتاب يدافع عن الإسلام? Someone comes in and lies. Allah said this, the Prophet said this, Islam is this. Can the book by itself defend? Trick questions. Any book. Any book. Can books defend? Can defend? Our sisters? The answer is no. Books can't defend. So who defends? Huh? The Quran defends?
The people.
Good answer. The people? Huh? And the people of knowledge. Remember, ikhwan, an ignorant one, لا يمكنه أبدا أن يدافع. The ignorant one, how can he defend? He doesn't know. He may want to defend. I know that's wrong. I just can't defend it. So this is why it's so important to seek knowledge. Number one, to please your Lord, mashallah. Number one, to remove ignorance from yourself for the sake of Allah and others. Yes, also, ad-difa' an ad-din, to defend the religion. One day you may have to defend. Someone may come one day and say, hey, Islam is this, Islam is this. Without knowledge, how can you defend it? So you need knowledge. We need knowledge. طيب, هل يعبد الله على الجهل أو على العلم? Is Allah worshipped upon ignorance or knowledge? Who knows? Is Allah worshipped upon ignorance or knowledge? Which one is correct? That you worship Allah upon knowledge, not ignorance. طيب, let's do one more question here. طيب, من هذا? Who is this? Did we learn this one, إخوان? We'll give you an easy one. ما تعليق البخاري لمسلم? What's the relationship between Bukhari and Muslim? Our sister. MashaAllah. Bukhari is the sheikh, the teacher, and Muslim is his student. Bukhari is the teacher, Muslim is the student. طيب, you brothers agree?
Yes.
Muslim is the sheikh, Bukhari is the student.
No.
لا. Bukhari is the Sheikh, Muslim is the student. Right, that's correct. Both teams get that one right. Was it 90, 50? 100 to 50. 100 to 60. They four in front, right?
Give the brothers one that's worth 40 points.
A 40-point
A
one?
hard point.
40 What score? 140 to 70. Sorry. We count by tens. We got 100, I think, to 60 so far. Okay, let's make it a little more difficult. What did we learn so far, ya Ikhwan? So I have a trick question for everyone. We didn't learn this yet, but perhaps you know. طيب, trick question. We give you one in Arabic and one connected to Aqidah. فلا تستعجلوا, don't rush. It's a trick question. Don't rush. Think about it أولا ثم تجيب. Then answer. طيب, هل القرآن كله كلام الله? Listen to the word first. Don't rush. Don't rush. طيب, is the Quran, all of it, the speech of Allah? Don't rush. هل القرآن كله كلام الله? Trick question. Don't rush. And it's connected to belief. Is the Quran, all of it, the speech of Allah? Is the Quran, all of it, the speech of Allah? Trick question. Our brother says, can I participate also? Yes. May Allah bless you. We seek knowledge of the hadith. We differentiate ourselves from the weak hadith to know the weak from the authentic. MashaAllah, correct. Who wants to go first? Is the Quran, all of it, هل القرآن كله كلام الله? Is the Quran, all of it, the speech of Allah? Who wants to try first? Who has it? Zayd.
Okay.
Trick question, yeah, Juan. Don't rush. And the next one is even harder. Huh?
Okay. Talk about specifically. Okay. It is a trick question.
Trick question, don't rush.
We're saying, yes, it is every word in the Quran.
All right. However you understand the question.
No, I'm saying, we agree that every word,
Huh?
we talk and we agree that every word is the word of Allah.
Huh?
Even when Allah quotes other people, Allah technically still created them. And the Quran was in the Lawh Mahfuz before. You know, Allah created creation. So we agree that the whole Quran is the word of Allah.
So you guys are saying yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. All right, sisters. Is the Quran, all of it, the speech of Allah? You guys agree or different? Our little sister with the hand up? Huh? No? Our sisters say no. Our sisters are divided. Shafi'i, Maliki. Huh? Still thinking that about. We'll come back to our sisters. You guys can work together, no problem. Our brother said yes. The Quran, all of it is the speech of Allah. All of you agree? Trick question there, but don't rush. And it's an Aqidah question, so take your time. Is the Quran, all of it, the speech of Allah? I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe. What do you say, Aki? Yes? Look, man? Yes? Okay, back to our sisters. Then we have a harder one also. Our sisters say no. طيب, the brothers say yes. The sisters say no. Let's go back to the question. هل القرآن كله كلام الله? Is the Quran, all of it, the speech of Allah? The answer is yes. The it goes back to the Quran. طيب, next one is more, so the brothers get that answer. So 100 to 70. طيب. That was easy.
Double point.
طيب. Next one, pay attention. It's more tricky or trickier. Can I say that? More tricky. I think you can say it in English. طيب. هل القرآن كلام الله كله? This one is more tricky. You guys are students of Arabic, alhamdulillah. Is the Quran the speech of Allah, all of it? هل القرآن كلام الله كله? is the Quran the speech of Allah? All of it? Our sisters say no. For the brothers, we'll try it again. هل القرآن كلام الله كله? Is the Quran the speech of Allah? All of it? Trick question. Our brother says, what about the Injil? You tell me. Our brothers, sisters say no. Brothers say no. Oh, we're different.
Because all of it is back to the Quran.
Depends.
What you say in everything?
هل القرآن كلام الله كله? Is the Quran the speech of Allah? All of it? Yes. متفقون. You guys agree. The brothers, you're divided. Hanbaliyan, Shafi'iyan, Hanafiyan.
The question, is the question asking, is the Quran, all of it, all of the Quran, the word of Allah? So he rephrased it.
Or
Or are you saying,
There's a lot to all of that.
yeah,
what do you understand? هل القرآن كلام الله كله? Is the Quran the speech of Allah? All of it? Like 5 seconds. 5, 4. The answers, the brothers say no, sisters say no. Right, the answer is no. Right. So this shows in Arabic how changing around some of the particles. MashaAllah ta'ala. طيب, last question inshallah, then we'll take our break inshallah. طيب, so both teams got that one right. What's that, 110 to 80. طيب, ما حكم تعلم العربية? What's the ruling on studying Arabic? هل هو واجب, مستحب, مكروه, haram, بدعة? Is it obligatory to study Arabic? Is it recommended to study Arabic? Is it allowed to study Arabic? Is it haram to study Arabic? Is it hated to study Arabic? Ayub. Wajib. Obligatory. Akram. Highly recommended. So the brothers are divided. Half the brothers are with Ayub. Other half is with Akram. Muhammad has influenced Akram to change his position. طيب, our new brother, what's your name, Yahi? Abdul, mashallah. How old are you? 7. May Allah bless you. Our sisters say wajib. The answer is wajib. Did we give the reason? Now this one is 50 points. So we have 120 to 80. Whoever get this one right wins. Both teams are right. حكم تعلم اللغة العربية واجب. It's obligatory to learn Arabic. اتفقنا. We all agree. لماذا؟ أو ليس لماذا؟ ما هو الدليل؟ What's the proof? I'll give you a hint. ليس في الكتاب ولا في السنة. There's no verse and there's no hadith. Where did the scholars get it from? We mentioned the principle yesterday or the night before. There's no verse that says obligatory. There's no hadith that says obligatory. So where is it obligatory? How did the scholars derive this? Only the ones that were paying attention, taking notes, wrote this one down. There's no verse you're going to mention. You can mention a verse if you wish. You can mention hadith if you wish. It's not going to say it's obligatory. Our sisters. So the Quran is in Arabic, so you need Arabic to understand it. Right? That's a good answer.
We're about to finish.
Our brother Akram says, see, this is why I said highly recommended. Y'all should have stayed with me. You heard him? That's a good answer, Yafi. Abdul, what's the proof? Where did the scholars get it from?
It's something else.
Something else?
What is the name of Abdurrahman?
Oh, that's your question? Who can answer? What does Abu Rahman mean? Slave of Ar-Rahman. Slave of the most merciful. The one that he himself is described with vast mercy. May Allah bless you. طيب, تفضل.
Will we agree that the Quran is, we have to, it's why we learn Arabic? Because you need to preserve preserve the language and comprehension of the language. And you can't worship Allah correctly without understanding the Arabic language.
Right. So to preserve the language, and what was the second one?
Comprehension.
And for comprehension, and you can't understand it correctly without the Arabic language. Okay. So similar to what our sisters say, the first point is not a proof that it's obligatory. Something can be preserved, but it doesn't mean that studying is obligatory. Right? But your last point, and what the sister said, is the reason. It's obligatory because you're not going to understand the Arabic language, you're not going to understand the Quran and the Sunnah except in Arabic. And one point that both teams missed, to understand the Quran and Sunnah is obligatory. So the ulama, they use ما لا يتم به فهو واجب. If something, you have something, but it needs something else to be complete, then that thing that you need to make it complete becomes obligatory. So to understand the Quran and Sunnah is obligatory. ولا يفهم العبد القرآن والسنة حقا إلا بالعربية فما لا يتم إلا به يصير واجبا. So you can't understand the Quran and Sunnah correctly. You can understand it, but your understanding is going to be deficient. You can study Quran and Sunnah in English, in Spanish, in Somalia. You can do that. You can study in any language you wish. But you're not going to get the correct, complete understanding. Except, as our sister says, as our brother says, in Arabic. So if it's obligatory to do it, and you can't do it except with this thing, then this thing becomes obligatory. So both teams got that one right. So the sisters appear to have the most score, or the highest score.
There'll be a chance where we like lose a whole bunch of points.
So far all of our brothers owe us 50 points, 50 push-ups inshallah. The sisters are exempt from their squats, their 50 jumping jacks, or whatever the girls do. And we'll stop there, ikhwan. وسبحانك اللهم وبحمدك
Let's get to it.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. So before we shoot some holds, 50 push-ups. So I'm going by myself so far. Alhamdulillah. May Allah bless you all.
Allahu Akbar.
Come on. Bismillah.
Come on, Bismillah. Where you guys at? Hey, come on.
The one brother, he wasn't here. He said, I wasn't even here yet, Juan. How I gotta do push-ups? And I just came.
Come on, Zay. Come on. Let's
Let's
go.
go, yeah, come on.
I'm joining. I'm joining.
That's why I hope y'all scored.
I did the fastest. I did the fastest 13.
Keep your own score. Keep your own count.